So Nova, how do you feel about, Quest Rogue being unnerfed? Nova, you can calm down. Calm down. Okay, Nova, you're literally... Okay, you know what? I'll just leave you alone. It looks like Nova likes Quest Rogue just as much as the rest of us. Yikes.
Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, and welcome to This Week in Hearthstone, the 32nd edition of our weekly news recap series where we take a look at all the events and the news in the Hearthstone world in the past weekend. Well, we got a lot coming up. First top story, as you can tell by the title, there's been a little bit more controversy with blacklisting and Blizzard and shenanigans, and I'm always in the center of it, and yes, it does involve me, so we'll get into that. Second story being the expansion coming out. All the details you'll need to know getting ready for the expansion launch on the 30th. We have the return of the meta update for Standard and Wild. Some fun decks you can play, I guess, like in the next day or two while the great unnerfs have happened, as well as the mailbag segment where I answer your questions. So first, yes, the big story is Savjzs apparently still blacklisted by Blizzard after the whole comeuppance, the whole drama they unveiled last summer. If you're not aware, Savjzs' wife Christina came to Twitter, basically talked about Savjzs' mental health. Basically, he was blocked by the community manager and they were blacklisted from events due to drama involving her. I'll link her tweet below so you guys can follow that. Ended up coming out of it was they were basically apologized to. It was a big misunderstanding and that Savjzs and his wife would be welcome at events going forward. So recently, this week, I went through some mental health issues of my own. You guys know the whole blacklist story. We've done a video on it. I'll link that below if you want, but every time an expansion comes out, it just always really bothers me. It just eats at me that I see all my peers giving away bundles, getting involved in events and all this, and I can't even get an unblock from the community manager for reasons I still don't even know to this day why I'm blocked, why I don't get any communication whatsoever, whether it's given stuff or anything, whatever. So I made a tweet just saying it sucks, it hurts my mental health that I'm left out of this community for the game I absolutely love, a company I absolutely love, and it just eats at me. I would love just to know why, like just get it unblocked, something, but I just said it sucks. And she responded, Christina responded to this tweet that you can, welcome to the club effectively, that her and Savjzs are still in apparently. So apparently still not involved. And I DM'd her and followed up on it and asked for her permission to include her side. And yeah, it appears to be that Savjzs and herself are still not allowed at events despite what Blizzard promised when there was a big uproar. They promised it, and I guess once things died down, they're like, yeah, we're not going to involve them. And if you haven't noticed, Savjzs is never at an event. He's never giving away anything because, well, they're not involved. And Nicolina also responded. She's a streamer for F2K that she's blocked by Chris as well, the community manager, and doesn't know why. So if you're wondering why some of your favorite content creators are excluded from all like these cool pre-release events, this is likely why. A lot of us have the numbers that they look for and all that, but there's personal grudges, biases. I don't know what it is because I literally don't know why myself, why Nicolina, why Christina, Savjzs, all of them are blacklisted other than, I guess, speaking up against the game or against the community manager. But I thought I'd fill you guys in on that. There's a bit of drama if you guys cared about it. It means a lot to me. And you guys, the main reason I started this channel way back when was to prove to him that we could build this great community because that's what they wanted, and we have, and we're still in the same position. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We don't need Blizzard. I have you guys. You guys are incredible. You help support me, and we're almost like nearing 25,000 subs because of all of your support, all of your help. And I really, at this point, I need to stop giving a damn about, my feelings about being excluded. It just doesn't matter anymore. We're going to make our own events. We're going to have our wild tournament. We have videos every day, and I just got to get that wrapped through my head. Stop being so caring that Big Daddy Blizzard, gives me that validation. I do want it. I'm not going to lie, but at the end of the day, I don't need it. I shouldn't need it. I shouldn't want it. And let's just move on. But I bring that out there. Maybe somehow this helps Savjzs, somehow this helps Nicolina, because they're awesome and should be involved. And it's so dumb that it's so this petty drama that for some reason one person just locks everybody out. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go into the more fun news. The expansion's coming out on the 30th. Forge of the Barrens comes out, and I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of tips or interesting insights before it comes out. So it is supposed to come out on March 30th. Typically, the patch will release at 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. So you log in around then, it should be available to play. You can open packs early right now using the Fireside Gathering thing. You can check out Dexter's video about that. You can check out my pack opening video for that. You can open them up early so you can play it right away. The quests will not be re-rolled or they won't go away. Your daily, weekly quests will stay. Once the rewards track rolls over, you'll keep your quests. So if you want to hold quests for the next rewards track, do that. They're not going anywhere, but if you want to use them for the current rewards track, do that as well. There's no harm in it. You're not really losing anything. And there was one thing I noted on Twitter that a lot of people probably don't know, is that Ysera, the original Ysera, since the dream cards have been changed for the new Ysera, you're actually able to dust Ysera and get full value right now. So if you don't want the old Ysera and you want a full dust for it, disenchant it right now. Otherwise, hold on to it for like classic or duels or wild or whatever. But they didn't make that very clear. They said Nitro Boost Poison was like nerfed when you logged in, you get dust, but Ysera wasn't brought up. But I thought I'd let you guys know just in case you missed it. Next, we have the meta update for Standard Wild. We had all the great nerfs, tons of stuff. Highlander decks were ridiculous. Basically, play any Highlander deck. Dragon Queen unnerfed is just bonkers. But I thought I'd highlight Tempo Mage with unnerfed Conjurers Calling. KC did really well. He's a GM. I think he got like top 20. People have had a lot of fun with it. It's really explosive, lots of random. You could play Kagdar Conj before they rotate, have some fun, make some big giants, and you can do a lot of ridiculous mana cheat with Sorcerer's Apprentice. And Wild, of course, Quest Rogue's back, but the deck I wanted to highlight that's done probably the best out of the new stuff is Jonara's Call to Arms Paladin. It's not even Paladin, just Call to Arms Paladin. You got Call to Arms, you have like the high roll, thick call, and giants, and the deck does really good. You have like the Web Lords that like lock out all the Battle Cry minions, which is good against like Dark Lair Warlock, the Highlander decks. And yeah, Jonah has done really well. I believe Jack Play this did really well. So if you're looking for a Call to Arms deck to actually do very well in the meta, you might want to give this one a try. It might be a tier 1 deck. We'll have to wait and see. Lastly, we have the mailbag segment where I answer your questions. Again, if you want to ask me a question, leave a comment in the comments below with mailbag in there so it's easy to spot. First, we have the big dog asking, do you think it's at all possible Savjzs Cutter Butter ends up a dud? This is the card that my cat lost her crap to, that it's ridiculously broken. And could it? Of course, absolutely. I mean, there's been cards where people thought for sure, like Maiev, almost everyone thought would be crazy. Glide, a lot of people thought would be crazy. There are a ton of cards where we lost our collective crap over it, think it'd be crazy. And Savjzs, sure, it might be. Maybe it's clunky to want to cheat mana in that way. Maybe it's not necessary. Who knows? But, you know, it's very possible. It's quite powerful. It does all the things you think that will be powerful. It cheats mana more than for the cost of the card itself, since it cheats 6 and it costs 4. And, you know, we know Rogue has access to Shadow Step, but of course I could be wrong. And it's not why I'm like, don't print this. Stop it. This is ridiculous. It's like, oh God, what's going to happen? And then if it's broken, we'll call for nerfs and like fix this card. But, you know, it's fun of the expansion cycle, getting hyped up about cards, and whether that's hyped out to be excited about it or dreading it, I think either way, getting hyped up is a pretty fun experience. Next, the Riger. I don't know. I can't read that, but thank you for the question. What is in your opinion on this, or what is your opinion on the story mode? Should be brought back into Hearthstone or perhaps in classic mode? It really should be in classic mode. That is a great point. Story should be there to really drive it home. And for me, Sorry always felt better than WoW. When I genuinely felt bad for a top deck or like some absurd thing, I would emote Sorry, because I'm Canadian also. I just can't help it. I'm Canadian. I want Sorry, of course. Sorry. But anyways, yeah. I would emote sorry, genuinely sorry. Whereas WoW, you're just being a dick. Like, let's be real. When you're emoting WoW, almost all the time it's like, haha, wow, look how you got screwed over. Like, it never feels that genuine way. Yes, sorry could be very condescending, very, you know, just aggravating. But I thought it was, of all the emotes outside of like greetings, it was probably the most like actually useful. And I don't know, I'd bring it back just in general. I don't know why they got rid of it. I never understood that, but yeah, at least in classic mode, bring sorry back. And the only way to currently do it still in the game is to play Noggin Fogger, and then you might randomly get that sorry emote. That's the only way still. It's kind of crazy. Next is a question from Sivimion or Prinsky. What music band genres do you listen to? I listen to a lot of stuff. I've listened to a lot of stuff throughout my life. I like rock music quite a lot, especially like Canadian based. living in Canada, I liked a lot of Our Lady Peace, Finger 11, Sum 41, Alanis Morissette, Rush. Definitely not Nickelback. Sorry if you like Nickelback. I'm not a Nickelback guy, even though I think they're from Vancouver. But I also like all sorts of stuff. I like pop music. I listen to K-pop these days. If you come into my stream, we listen to it twice all the time because I think their music's super fun. I like old Michael Jackson stuff, despite his, history and all that. And I just love, basically, I love every genre of music, even some rap, classical, whatever. The only thing I don't really like is country. Country is just, it's not my jam. My ex-girlfriend really loved it. It drove me insane, but I put up with it, and now that she's not here, I don't have to listen to country music anymore. So yeah, I love everything. If you come by the stream, you'll hear me these days a lot of video game covers like Final Fantasy soundtrack, Chrono Trigger, Celeste. They all have amazing soundtracks. I really like that stuff too. So I listen to a lot of different stuff. Joseph asks, how do I enter the tournament? So if you're not aware, we're gonna be doing a wild open tournament later in April, early May. We haven't finalized it yet. There's no way to officially enter it yet. I will let you all know. There'll be a YouTube video outlining everything. There'll be a Reddit post about it. There'll be a Twitter post about it. I'll post it everywhere possible so you'll be able to enter, but it should be open to everybody. And again, once it's finalized, everything's figured out, I'll let you all know, but we're not currently at that point yet. And lastly, DJF asks, how old is your cat? Nova, you want to tell them how old you are? You're that old, really? You want to repeat that? You heard her. She is 11 years old. She's kind of in that midlife crisis, she's kind of let herself go. She's gotten a little bit chunky, but she's a lover, she's a fighter, and more importantly, she's very cute. You should check out the new emote. By the way, I'll put it up on the screen. We have a brand new emote on Twitch, Nova W, where she kind of highlights her face, and she's pretty cute, pretty adorable, and again, she really doesn't like Rogue. So there you have it. That's This Week in Hearthstone. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends. Right, Nova? We'll see you later.